Hello and welcome to today's video. Today's video is going to be a video. How many times can I say video? Many. Okay, today is going to be about all the manga I have, and if me saying manga irritates you, I'm sorry. I grew up saying manga and some people say manga, but I grew up saying manga and it's hard to change when you grew up saying one thing. Today I'm just going to be showing you all the manga I have, giving you a little bit about each one. And I don't actually have that many because I only bought them in grade like 8 and 9. And then after that I just read them online because they're kind of expensive, but it is nice having them. So I have them in alphabetical order by title, and the first one I have is Absolute Boyfriend. And I'll put the author's name in the bottom of the screen so you can see it, just because I can't pronounce all of them. So this one has a really awkward cover, and I can't believe I bought this when I was that young. I don't know. It's just an awkward cover, but it's really kind of funny. So this one is about a girl named Riko. She's never had a boyfriend. She really wants a boyfriend, and every time she asks a guy out, she always gets rejected, like straight up rejected. So one day she asks this guy out again, and he rejects her, so she's really sad. So she's sad, and she's walking through the park back home after school, and she hears this phone ring, so she finds the phone. She meets up with the guy to give him back his phone, and he's like a really weird guy. I'll find a picture of him. He is apparently a salesperson, and he's trying to sell her a bunch of stuff, and she's like, what I really want is a boyfriend. And so he's like, oh, why did you say so? Here's a disc. Go home and put this in your computer. So she's sad, and she's like, yeah, whatever. So she goes home, puts it in her computer, and finds out that you can order like a doll online. The next day it arrives in the mail, and she opens it up, and it's this guy. It is a really hilarious book, and it's slightly inappropriate, the cover. This one is rated for older teen, but it's pretty funny, and I was a young teen when I bought it and read it. This next series I have here is Beauty and the Beast. This is one of my more favorite mangas that I own. This one has only 5 volumes in it. So this one is about 11th grader Emi. E-I-M-I. So her parents are relocating for work, and she decides that she doesn't want to move with her parents. So she moves into a dorm at school. They have a secret mission planned for her for resident initiation, and she has to sneak into the boys' dormitory and get nameplates off of the door. It's really cute. It's like a romance story and set in high school. It's pretty much just like she's kind of like this sweet, energetic, kind of cool girl, and she meets this bad boy, but he's not really a bad boy. He just looks intimidating, but he's not really that bad, and they fall in love, and it's just one of like those types of stories, but in manga form, and it's pretty hilarious. There's some damage to the tear though, because I've had it for a while. But yeah, this one is really fun. So I have all 5. On to my next one. This one is, I only have 2 of it, and it is a body, and there's actually 15 volumes. And I read, not all of it, but I read up to a certain point, I always forget where, online, but I keep wanting to buy the rest because I really like this one. Like, it gets kind of like confusing and kind of weird at one point, but it's still really good. So basically, like, it's another high school story. All of my manga are set in high school, just so you know. Anyways, this one is about 16-year-old Ryoko. She likes this guy in her class, and he doesn't really talk or anything. He's not really super popular. He just like sits there and studies and is really quiet, and she really likes him. You kind of learn later that he's not who he says he is. Like, he comes across as like this nerdy boy at school, and he turns out to be a host, and he works at this host club, and he just entertains people. Look at the sleepy kitty. He's just like, I'm sleepy. I'm so sleepy. And it's about them falling in love and having to learn to deal with his profession. Now the next one I have, I really like this one, but it's like honestly really weird. And like really weird. And this one is Cherry Juice. This is about Minami and Autumn. And they are step siblings. And like it takes them 5 awkward years to really like get along and turn into real siblings. But then his friend likes her, and then he realizes that he likes her, and they realize that they're in love. And it's kind of weird, but I mean it does happen. I do know people where they were step siblings and then they did get married in the end, but it's just it was kind of like, it's a really cute story and it's cute, but I did like it. It was nice. It had that twist in it of them realizing that they love each other and how to deal with that, how to tell their parents, and what to do about this. Is the complete series. It's only 4 books, and on the back it says it is romance and it is for ages 13 and older. Nice one. My sister bought this for me for my birthday like quite a few years ago, and I like it. The next series I have, I used to really like this one, and this one is Girl Got Game, and there's actually 10 volumes. I only have 4. I do really want to complete this series though. And there's another series similar to this, and it's called Hanakimi, and I used to have the 2 first ones, and I only got the first 2 ones, and then I finished online and I watched the Korean drama and the Japanese drama of it, so I gave it to my friend so she could get as obsessed as I am with it. And this one, it's one of those ones where a girl dresses up as a guy and then goes to like a guy school. This one is basketball though. She wants to play basketball, so she dresses up as a guy, except it's her dad that cooked up this scheme because he wanted to play basketball and he couldn't because he hurt himself, so now he's living out his dreams to his daughter. So he sent her to an all-boys school to play basketball. So this is categorized as a comedy romance. And now Hanakimi is like the same thing, except she chooses to go to this all-boys school and it's to meet a track star. But this one is just really entertaining and fun, and I was obsessed with it. I haven't read it in a while, but pretty fun. The next one I have is like I think my all-time favorite, and it's High School Debut, and I have all of them. There are 13 volumes, so it's another high school one, like they all are, but this one is about Haru. This starts off really cute. She really wants a boyfriend in high school because she spent all of junior high focusing on sports, so she wants to spend high school focusing on beauty, looks, and getting a boyfriend. So she looks in all these magazines and like makes some sort of appearance that she thinks will be attractive and get a boyfriend, and she waits in this like local meeting spot at like this fountain to like get a boyfriend, but everyone avoids her and she's a disaster. And then she meets this guy and she wants him to be her love coach so he can help her transform her style so she can get a boyfriend. So this one is really funny. I really enjoy it, and usually when I go pick up a manga, I usually go for this one. A lot of books. Now I want to tell you this one. I only have half the series. I really want to finish this one because it's so adorable and awesome, and that is Monkey High. Haruna, she transferred to a new school because of a scandal with her father because he's a politician, and at the other school, the private school, there was too much bullying and there was a lot of problems caused because of her father's scandal. So she moved to another school where people wouldn't really know who she is. And it's about her having to break down her walls that she created and just to open up and allow herself to make new friends and open up to the possibility of having a boyfriend. So my last manga series is Vampire Knight. This one is a fantasy, obviously, and it's rated for older teens. This one is also a romance story. This one is pretty interesting actually. It starts off like pretty good, like you understand what's happening, it's pretty normal, like you have the day class, you have the night class, the guardians of the school that keep the night class and the day class apart, because the night class is vampires, the day class is humans. So So pretty much you have, what's her name, Zero the boy and Yuki. Zero and Yuki, they are the guardians and they keep the day class and the night class apart. And the story is pretty like easy to follow up until a certain point, and then it gets really confusing after a bit and you're just really confused. At least I am. But I can't give away the huge, surprising, awesome thing that happens in it. That's kind of surprising and kind of weird. Yuki, Kurin, and Zero. And these two are the guardians of the school, and this is like the head of the class, of the night class, which is full of vampires. She likes him, like they grew up together, and she wants to make sure he's okay. But she loves him, and you don't really know much about him. He's pretty elusive. You just know that he's like one of like the most pure blood vampires. And this one is pretty good. It is a longer series with 18 volumes.